Alright, what to do now? What should we do, guys? I don't know. I only have a couple of minutes before I need to take another break. It'll be time to feed the cats. But I need to figure out what to do when we come back. Do I keep working on IC2 stuff? Or do we figure out at least the walls for that building? I don't know what color walls for this building yet. And I don't want to be too bright. I'm actually considering custom making blocks with chisel and bits. I'm thinking about taking the cyan hardened clay, there, the grayish block, and adding some brick design to it. So I would add the lines to the outside, not the inside of the block, because that way I wouldn't have to have, the walls wouldn't have the brick texture, but the outside could have the brick texture. This is going to be where the mass fabricator goes, and the recycler, and the replicator and whatnot. So the reactor will go either here or in the basement of this building. I wanted space in case I wanted to make scrap boxes and open scrap boxes too. I don't know exactly what their full use is. You would hope that it would list what's in them. Yeah. If we needed these silly things, I don't know. But yeah. You know, I was thinking about that, and the idea for this building was that, okay, try to visualize this with me. Gravel out here, fenced in the front, big garage door looking thing here. Okay. Right here is a tank, and that would be where the UU matter would go. So yeah, the garage door is so that people could bring in their trucks full of recycling stuff. And, you know, here's an entrance. The entrance is here. And I would have, like, for the scrap boxes, if I do the opening, I'd have just barrels of all the scrap, which would look like all the things they're recycling. And, then there would be like a closed off room in here where the replicating went on, where you're refining the garbage and turning it into new stuff. You know, because that's what recycling is for. But I don't quite know, I don't have like a design idea. The Google image search that I did for recycling plants aren't that great. And they're usually just piles of garbage, piles of plastic, piles of paper, piles of cardboard, and then something that chews it all up and puts it into containers of some sort to get sent off to be processed elsewhere. And I would be planning to do all of that in this one building where you do all of the dirty work here. Time to feed the cats, you know, with all of the scrap making and the UU matter making, which to me could be like the slurry that you get. Who knows? And then over here, it'd be the clean room where you actually craft it into new products. That's my hope. But like I said, I'm not sure on a design or anything yet. It's getting on night, so what I'm going to do is go into the workshop, feed the cats, which are circling around my feet, and I will be right back. Don't go anywhere, and by then I will have figured out what the heck we're gonna do next. Don't go anywhere. Well, that's lovely. How long have you had to sit there listening to a zombie? Alright, so we're going to work on the walls for that building over there. It'll make it safer for me to set up stuff once we get to there. So we need cyan clay. We don't have the resource miner set up, and it doesn't produce a ton of one specific color. I do have a little bit of cyan in here somewhere. There. 7 blocks. 7 blocks. Whatever shall we do? But we have a mason nearby, so I can go get hardened clay and turn it into... I'm just looking in here to see if there's anything else. Hey, we've got the podzol that we need for the timber mill area. That's good news. It's tempting to put these ores away. Excuse me. Okay, let's figure this out. We're crafting a block, folks. So, this is going to be slow and tedious for those of you who are not a builder. I am looking for something specific that I made here. This dirty glass. I liked it, but I can't use it with chisel and bits. So it's a perfect material to do your chiseling on top of, because you'll never accidentally get bits of that. So what I want to do is get a block of smooth stone and the chisel. Let's see, we're looking for texture only. I think I want to do something relatively simple. This might be worth it. All right, so this block, these lines in this. So to do that, I believe we need a, I'm gonna have to Google it. I'm so grateful for wikis. Okay. That one's not the one I want. I need next this one. I'm trying to figure out which chisel design. I think that's the one I need. The negative. I wonder if that's what it is. Yep, we're gonna try that. What it is, I think, from what I'm reading, I think I already have a few of those. Do I need to keep them? Probably not. What I'd like to do, let's see, we copy. Why aren't you letting me copy you? Oh, I can't copy you because I don't have the chisel. There we go. Yes? No? What happens if I just do that? Okay, and then if I hold it over this, I'm not quite so sure that's right. So let's keep poking away at this. From what I read on the wiki, let me read the wiki aloud and see if you guys. The negative chisel design. Have you ever made a design in stone and wished you had made it out of something more ostentatious, say diamond or gold? Well, then the negative chisel design is for you, allowing you to capture the negative space of a block. You can apply it to other blocks. Features: transfer shapes between materials, can be inverted in the crafting table, can be cleared and reused. Controls: right click when blank, stores the item. Right click when written, applies the design from item to target block. Okay, so what I'm concerned about is that I think I need to chisel this one, and then I'll be able to see you. I'm not sure. Okay, so if that's the case, I need to get another dirty glass. So it's up at eye height. Put this down, and then we'll just take out the lines. Oop. Let's do this a different way. John Region is my friend. Now, I am not gonna leave this line here. I am going to get rid of it and just make it that. And we'll copy this one down here. Alright, so if we did that, it did it! You can see the superimposed. Well, you can see that I went too far on that, so I'll have to redo it. There we go. Okay. So let's where are my hardened clay? I'll just patch this one up. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, though, is find a darker color. Basalt might be nice, and put basalt in these lines. Actually, it might be nice to have these back by 2 so that it keeps depth. Let's do this again. So that, and then I need a bag. Do I have a bag that, yeah, okay. Boop. Okay, let's grab some basalt. Is that too dark, you think? I wonder. You know, this has a... You know what this pack needs? And Dave, if you're watching, how dare you have Chisel and Bits without its companion mod, flat colored blocks? How dare you? I can't believe you do that. I can't. Trying to think of colored blocks. I wonder if there's a factory block that would look really neat. I have some factory blocks. The blue framed circuit would probably be really cool. So would the gold framed. Challenge there is the edge would be a different color. That might even work, the sloppy plating. I could do this extremely rusted panel and see what it looks like. No. Hey, let's see. Let's just get a plane. And see. I didn't see it in the mod list. Oh, I guess there is. It wasn't in the mod list that I was looking at, and that could have been an old mod list. Sorry! You know, that looks really cool. I never actually searched for it, Dave. I apologize. I just looked at the mod list, and I looked at the mod list. Let me look at it again. Yeah, oh, there it is now. Ha ha ha. Sorry, guys. I really am sorry. I don't mean to be mean. That looks really cool. Okay, let's look at... You said there was a purple rusted one? Purple might not work with the cyan clay, but I don't mind looking at it. So let's grab another one of these. And there's a gold framed purple. Is that the one you were talking about? There's a purple wireframe. Yeah, you know, see, the problem with this one is that there's going to be this line here, here, here. It's going to be like gold dots in each block. So I like this one, and I think I might go with it. Oops. Undo. I need to place you, not replace you. But this one looks really cool. So what I would need to do is get a whole bunch of cyan hard clay and place the walls. And then come by with a positive chisel design, one of these, and have it replace. And it will replace everything that is to make it just look like this, and it won't need all of these. It'll leave all these alone. So I still need a ton of cyan hardened clay, which means I need a ton of green dye. And our cactus farm we don't have. So it's time to make a cactus farm. This one. When you have like a whole bunch of them, you mean? I could see that. I could see that being absolutely pukey. But this is cool. This here is really cool. I like that. So we have cactus. We're going to the desert. We have this to help them pop off. We need water and a hopper. That's why you never do solid walls of one type. You try to, if you can, you try to change it. Like, for example, this is not the final design of this building. This looks boring. I will be detailing this. In fact, if I feel up to it, this will be the building I detail tomorrow. it's got a lot to do, so I'd probably just do a, you know, lower section and then do the rest later. But it needs, this is too flat, too boring, it needs more. So that is, but you start with the flat and you add to it. It is not, if I bug Ed to update too many times, he's one of the guys you say, if you bug me too much, it just means I'll not do it. He'll just keep putting it off and putting it off in order to annoy me, really. I asked him a couple of times to update. He knows there is an update, and now I just have to wait until he's ready to update. Do I have okay. So that's really it. He's like, I will update when I'm good and ready to update and not any sooner. Okay, now if I do water there, that's what I was, what am I thinking? And then I do water here. It should all flow, oh, it flows to 3 corners. That's right. I don't need it there. How did I do this before? Maybe I didn't do 4 or 5. Maybe I did... Actually, maybe I did just... No, I don't think I did just that. Are you kidding me? Am I gonna have to, like, look up a cactus farm just to do what I want? Erg. I don't need a mega cactus farm, but I need... I've only ever done really small cactus farms like this. This is the size of cactus farm I've ever done. You stick some water there, off you go. Then you put the hopper here. But if I want to make this bigger, I don't know. Storage drawers extras. Oh, is that for like extra types of wood? Okay, so that has a problem right there. And there. That looks okay. See, that's a problem. Oh, yeah, that's not what I wanted. But if I put water here and here, Yeah, I noticed BreakfastCraft. But BreakfastCraft is pretty darn buggy in 110. So unless he's fixed it. Oh, dang it, look at that. That's not what I want either. Screw it. You know, this... That's not what I wanted to do, is it? I wanted this one to go away. And and this is where all my vanilla counterparts are laughing because it has taken me this long to make a stupid little cactus farm. There we go, cactus farm. Done. Haha. Put some light here just because I want light. It doesn't need light to grow, I don't believe. And now we wait. I don't know what else you could get green dye from. I don't think there is anything. Can I get extra? Oh. Plant clippings. 10% chance when I make the other dyes in the sag mill. I'm not going to worry about it so much, Silvers. I just wanted to get some green going. Okay, cactus green though. Is there any way to get more than one? I doubt it, but I'm going to look anyway. Ooh, you can get it from scrap boxes. From Tech Reborn scrap boxes, not from my C2 scrap boxes. I don't believe cyan clay is in the mesa. But we're gonna go look. Because why not? Let's put the cactus back in here. Oops, that's not what I wanted. And we'll just go look. Nope, you can't. You can do the concrete, but it's really vivid. There you go. There's the only ways to make green hardened clay, which was the same for all the others. Void resource miner is a method, but we have it set up for ores right now, and I don't have any of the blocks to make a second second miner. We will eventually, but we're just gonna head over to the mesa here and just see. Cyan wool. No. Oh, hang on. Uses would be good. That just gets me string. If I made the immersive engineering crusher, just the immersive engineering crusher. Yeah, no cyan. You definitely see it. But we need to collect this stuff anyway. To be honest, I could just run around the desert and collect all the cactus. To get a bunch of green dye. So, but we do need to be here. We need to be collecting the regular hardened clay. Anyway. Let's grab a couple stacks of this. I am using my really slow I name my tools, this one was just fun. Most of my tools end up being Final Fantasy summons. Like I have Odin. I think, did I not name those yet? I didn't. I use Shiva a lot. Odin, Rama, Ixion. That happens to be the same for our computers. Our computers are named after Final Fantasy summons as well. I have to remember, what is my computer? I know my laptop is Carbuncle Network. Mine's Ixion. Odin is the raid, and it looks like Ed's computer is Bahamut. So, gotta have fun. Hey, bunnies. Alright, so we grabbed a decent amount of clay to get started. On our way back, let's grab all this cactus we see over here. Cool. You can tell this area has never been really chunk loaded at all. The cactus is all one tall. If I go over near our starter home, that cactus will probably be all nice and long. Ah, Starship names. That would be cool too. So the cactus over here is probably fully grown. There isn't a lot of it. And then we'll head back home. Here's some. Ooh, do I have... I do. Oh, it only has one left on it. We're gonna grab that forest hive. I don't have a smoker, so we're just gonna have to take the damage. Alright. Give me pristine, please. Ah, you suck. Alright, so we've got some cactus. And we have a crappy bee. Well, I mean, I guess it's not 100% crappy, but I don't use ignoble bees, except for in bee houses. I'm almost out of pristines. I have 2 that I could use. The rest of these require fancy environments. And then all these ignoble bees. Oh well, right? Alright, so the recycling building is going to have a flat roof. I don't think it needs a pitched roof at all. It doesn't need to be a super tall building. There's a lot of lapis still in one of these storage barrels. Let's use that. Boring standard names. All right. What are standard names? Just the letters? There we go. You think we have enough hardened clay now? I am going to need an alternate block, but I don't know what that's going to be yet. unless I do chisel and bits trim. I do need to figure out what the garage door would look like, and since we don't have Malaise doors that have garage doors or the door maker, the garage door is just going to have to be a regular. It's going to be just a solid block that looks like it could have been a garage door. Do I have any? No, my game's frozen a second. Time for a drink. Oh! Yep, understand that. For about 3 years, I worked inside an insurance company. I was a contracted worker that worked there I managed their printers, their MFEs. I am going this way for dirt. So I had to manage all their print queues, and I understand now what purpose-built, because the print queues were the exact same way. They were based on what department they were in and what their print jobs were, if they had automated print jobs and what number they were, whatnot. So I understand that. I'm not completely ignorant of tech, you know, to be honest. I had to understand the print servers and how to troubleshoot printing and whatnot. I also had to fix printers and then do the boring stuff like provide paper, change toner, clear paper jams, that fun stuff, you know? But, yep, I had to watch the print queues and make sure that the printers were configured correctly, which was not fun because they were transitioning from, when I came in, they were using tiny little HPs. And when I came in, they switched, they purchased Ricoh brand machines, big giant MFDs that could do printing, copying, scanning. Then they had finishers that did stapling and 3-hole punches, and one of them that did folding, and one of them specific for envelopes. And I managed 42 in the town that I worked in across 3 buildings. And then I also did remote support for 2 other locations where I had coworkers. One that had 285 machines, that was the main building. Well, she had 5 buildings. 258, I think, is actually the actual number. And then also I did remote support for the other buildings they had in Texas. So I live in Iowa. The main buildings were in Madison, Wisconsin, and then there was also one building in Fort Worth, Texas that I did remote support for. So mostly remote support was helping people figure out how to use their printer, setting up print queues, restarting print queues, resetting the machines remotely, and then calling tech support to do repair. So that's what I did all day, and I loved it. I thought it was so much fun. Oh, this is going to be where the I worked with the server dev that was, you know, part of the company, the server admins. One was really nice to me, but because I was a girl, he seemed to treat me like I was ignorant and stupid about computer stuff. And I'm not completely ignorant and stupid about computer stuff, but everything that I've learned is from Ed. He's taught me all of that stuff, so. Yeah, I use red sand to mark the buildings, and I use, if you've seen around, I use white marble to mark the roads so that I can plan things out before I build them. It's all about planning. I'm not sure I like how... I don't need to build that up though. And it's only one tall under there, so I won't have to worry about mobs, but we are going to put a torch right here. Yeah, I think I've got up here. You can see up here, this is road that I have mapped out, and then this is going to be a dairy, so I have that mapped out, and then I've got plans for sheep and cows here and chickens here. And any food farms we do will probably be in this area, maybe right here, who knows. So if we need to do something that's food related. They don't need to be really large. Yep, red sand. Alright, so this is going to be the door. I'm going to leave that piece of red sand there because that's actually going to be a stair block eventually, probably, maybe. If this is the door, yeah, we'll see. Alright. Okay, so all these dumb flowers. There's our building. Now we just need to build it up. This is going to be leading into the gravel yard. So I probably will use slabs here or something to mimic a ramp. But I'm trying to figure out if this is the door into the replicator side of the building. This will probably be a different block. Let's use cobble for now. I agree, it would. Ed's not adding any additional mods. He's added one mod and that's it. He's not adding any more. Alright, next thing I have to think about. This building, does it need windows? And if so, I'm not going to put any on this wall. It's going to have a garage door here. Does it need additional windows in it? Maybe near the front entrance, but that might be it. Because really a recycling center likely doesn't need... If it had... Well, you know, it might need windows up near the roof, up at the top. All the mods expert mode base was all one giant complex underground. I did sort of like the bunker. So I understand that. It was huge. I told Ed at the beginning when he asked if I wanted to play with him that I wanted to do a factory district that was all spread out, and he said that sounds great because it'll give him an engineering challenge to make a decentralized base. So he has taken that idea and run with it. And that is why he's doing, you know, with the buffers and splitting up the intra-building network and planning out how to send things different places. He also does not like wireless anything. He does not like dimensional transceivers. He does not like tesseracts for thermal expansion. He also really doesn't like that RF tools, like the storage is all wireless. He doesn't like that really either, even though he's learning to use it. Because it's able to do what he wants to do. But he would much rather wire everything up. I told him he could make fake wires and just pretend everything's wired up. Me to say that didn't go over well. All right, let's decide how tall this building is going to be. You know, and I thought about just now, the exterior tank would have to be cosmetic. Because if I use the Tinker Tank, which is probably the only multi-block tank other than Immersive Engineering, which I could totally put Immersive Engineering tank out here. It would look okay. I might put it on this side. It doesn't hold. The Immersive Engineering holds 500 buckets, but I would probably want to hold more than that. Let's figure out here the replicator side versus this is going to be the scrap and UU matter side. So this is where garbage comes in and gets processed, and then over here will be where it takes the garbage and recycles it into other things. I'm really seriously thinking this just might be a wall right here. Dynamic tank. It doesn't have a see-through. You would want to see what's in it. Yeah, railcraft tanks. Or Zycraft. Zycraft tanks. Those looked cool. So yeah, we put the wall right there. Is this large enough to do a cool looking replicator, or not replicator, recycler, maybe with conveyor belts with the cobble coming out of the generator and going into the recycler, and then the scrap scooting along to go into the mass fabricator, probably this direction, so that it goes into the tank. And then we'd pump fluid out of the tank, and over here, probably right here, where, what is it that uses the replicator? Uses the UU matter, and that could go here, and we could have the scanner, the scrap box maker, which I'm trying to remember, if we open it with a scrap box opener, which I'm not sure if there's a block for that, but a way to open scrap boxes. Take the garbage from the scrap boxes and chuck them back in the mass fab. And even if it doesn't get used, it's just a trash can. Because like those wooden shovels and stuff, we really wouldn't need. So we could chuck them back in there as just a trash can if it doesn't use it to make yo-yo matter. And then the storage scanner, the pattern storage and the scanner would go in here too. And we could make it look like really big machines and just have the one block visible. I could totally do that. It's such a great idea. Okay, so do we want them more than 4 tall? That's what we really want to figure out, is do we want these walls more than 4 tall? That's better. I'm still like, the tank is a 3x3 base, isn't it? So it would fit just fine against the wall here. Winry's Recycle Depot. We should put a window here, though. I'm trying to decide if I should do the high-up windows on the rest of this, but here would work to have that size window. On this side of the building, no, I don't think so. Gonna definitely need to do more detail than just the custom blocks, because otherwise this should be a really flat surface, even if it is a custom block. So I'll have to figure out detail, maybe some chisel bits, ribs, or something. Door. This is technically going to be open. It'll have what is it? It'll have sneaky. The false blocks. What are they? Is it the sneaky block? No. I was pretty sure Dark Utilities made a block that works like ineffable glass, but you can change the texture, but I guess that's not correct. That's pretty. Looks like the magma block, but yeah. Chiseled wither dust. That's cool. So they don't have the block that I was thinking. Can you change what these look like? Doesn't say so. Oh well. Oh well. I have used the sneaky torches. Those are awesome. Sneaky torches. They're awesome. Awesome, awesome. And cheaper than painting glowstone. Just so you know. Cheaper than painted glowstone. See, because it's just this dwindle cream, which is really easy to get. And then, entities. I think this is it. The false block. This has got to be it. I'll have to make one. And if so, I can make it look like there's a door, a garage door here, but we'll be able to walk through it without an actual door here. Yay! Okay. Still thinking if this is the right height or if I want to go up one. Remember, I still need to put the... You see how there's slabs up there? I want to do a slab lip again on here. And I need to put the roof blocks in. I think I might go up one more. Do I have enough? I do. So let's pillar up there. It would be a lot faster if I just used my building wand. To do this whole thing, I coulda. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Looks pretty bland now, but what we should do... I know where to put this dirt. We're just getting piles and piles of dirt. Dirt everywhere. I need to just upgrade this barrel a whole bunch. It's not upgraded at all at the moment, so I've been just chucking dirt wherever. I'm a hoarder in that respect. With building supplies need to be saved. Alright, so we need to make a whole bunch of bits for that factory block. So let's get the chisel out and the this here, and then we need that. No, we need to make a positive. We need to make a positive one. All right, and copy that. And then if we impose is what I want, right? We're bringing up the wiki again. Add and replace bits, but do not remove them. Additive, add only bits where they will fit. Yeah, so I believe impose is what I want. But it says do not remove. I guess we're gonna have to poke at it. So we have the pattern. And we need to do, let's go see. Switch this so that I don't accidentally break something here. Okay, so if we do impose, yeah, it doesn't remove. Undo. We need additive? No. I'm just afraid replace replaces everything. And what we're going to have to do on the corners is actually come in and hand chisel the other side, because if I were to do this now, it would undo this side. See? So I do need to hand chisel some of this. Alright, so let's see how some of this looks. I did not chisel. Oh, look, I didn't add the factory block line here, and I actually kind of like how that looks different. How am I doing on bits? Okay. We have a bit more yet. That's still just one factory block's worth of bits, just so you guys know. But I'm watching to make sure I can okay, so we have just under a stack. And again, the corner bits we're gonna have to hand chisel. 162, that's not a lot. Oh, I don't have any more on me of that same type, so it's just, yeah, it stopped. Okay, so let's undo, not close enough, okay. Just making sure all the bits are in place on these. They look like it. So what I need to do is actually, there's no bits in there. Oh, it's because I used up the ones. I have 16. Alright, what do we think so far of this? I think it looks pretty darn cool. It definitely needs some vertical something to break up some of this. I'm actually considering leaving that up there flat and not doing this pattern up there. That would be something unique and interesting. I do like that I missed this line unintentionally. It adds a little bit of interest to the block. Okay, so let's go get some more factory block. Hi, Sel! Thank you. Alright, let's keep an eye on... Boy, look at all the cyan bits we've got. I don't foresee a use for them. So we'll get rid of them. That block needs to be cyan too. Okay. Alright. What are we doing on... we got this much plus 16. So we're gonna need to grab another factory block's worth of bits before we're done. Okay. Let's sleep. All right. So we're almost done with the design of this one. We just have to add some vertical accent. And the interior is going to be pretty minimal since we're going to have a bunch of machines in there. Oops, undo. Not close enough. There we go. It's like I was close enough to place it, but I'm not close enough to undo. That didn't make sense. Okay. Alright, so there we go for all the walls. We do have to do the corners by hand. I don't think... Yeah. The machines are going to be the IC2 mass fabricator, replicator, scrap box processing, blah blah blah. This is the recycling plant. So garbage comes in the form of scrap and UU matter, and it comes out as nice, pretty new, whatever the heck we make. Blocks. This side's going to be for the scrap and UU matter production, and then I got a wall here. And then this side's going to be for the blah blah blah. The other stuff, replicating stuff. We're gonna make cool looking machines and probably use conveyor belts to make it look cool too. I don't know. I might dye some conveyor belts black instead of using the traditional brown ones. But now we have to do the corners, which are going to require us to get concrete blocks and ever so carefully draw the lines in. And I'm not at the right height to get both of those cut out because it's too deep. And then these are drawn in there. So this will be fun, right? That needs to go. Yep. And I just have to do this all the way up there. So we'll do this one block. I think, yeah, there, we did the one block. This one we just have to chisel because it's the one I didn't do the line in. And then these, yeah, I'll just repeat that up there. So that is how it'll be repeated around. Oh, I need to do, that's the bottom. There we go. Use cobblestone. You mean to make scrap? I believe you can still use cobblestone to make scrap. I don't believe that's disabled. Someone else could correct me if I am incorrect in thinking that. What do I have for windows in here? I could use those dirty windows even though I can't cut them. That might be interesting. Well, it might look odd because I don't believe it's a connected texture, and this looks like a relatively more modern fact building. Let's find out. Yeah, nope. Sorry, Mr. Blocks, but your only use are going to be because I can't chisel and bit you. Alright. Got some screen. That is dizzying. So, no on that. We'll probably just use the same blocks I've been using, which are the steel-framed windows. I don't know if I'm doing scrap boxes yet, Dave. I'm just keeping it as an option. It'll help bring out the whole atmosphere of the recycling plant, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I know I need to make 9, but let's just see what this looks like. The bars. This might look too noisy too, because of the walls already having a texture to them. And again, it kind of lines up to it. We'll leave that for now and consider it. Alright, so, this is the start of where our recycling is going to happen. Need to do a roof, which will probably just be a simple stone roof. Why can't I go in here? There we go. Something up here on this level, and then slabs along the wall edge. So it'll be like that up there. I can't zoom, but up there. And then we'll figure out getting the machines in here. But I think that's going to be it for me today. My voice is starting to get really scratchy, even though I've had a lot to drink. And I need to grab some lunch and probably rest for a bit. But it'll be on shortly. So I'll have to see what he's been up to, what he's working on. And yeah, I will be back here tomorrow morning for my Sunday build stream. We'll build, craft something. We'll be getting artsy-fartsy. So if you enjoy build streams, that's tomorrow. And I will catch you back here later. Thank you for spending some time with me this morning. Bye, folks!